So now Dr. Steve put the one bead on, so he's going to put the other bead on now, and you guys are going to see it.
Okay. All right, so the point that we're going to be placing the bead on is point 9, and there are 12 points behind the ear for the hypothalamus. The point will actually change every 7 to 9 days. We're going to use first alcohol to clean behind the ear.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Every 7 to 9 days, I have to come back to you, and you're going to put on a different bead.
Correct.
Okay.
Or a different location.
Okay.
And then we're going to use some surgical glue to help hold it in place.
And I do swim, Dr. Steve. Can I still swim?
Absolutely. Swim, shower, bathe, no problem.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that, just swimming.
Okay, and let me show you, these are the beads. So being we're behind her head, you can actually see what they look like. They're contained in first aid tape that is waterproof. So for showering, washing your hair, and swimming, the beads are fine. Got it?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, and then we're going to cover it with a Band-Aid.
A regular Band-Aid?
A regular Band-Aid, unless you were latex sensitive,
No.
and then it would be a latex-free Band-Aid.
Because I would think that a regular Band-Aid would come off when I swim.
Again, we're using surgical glue.
Surgical glue will hold, yeah.
Oh, to hold the Band-Aid on also?
Yes, and they're the Band-Aid brand, sports flexible fabric Band-Aids.
Okay.
Okay, and it's as
Okay.
simple as that.
And I don't feel anything. Let me try rubbing them.
Here, just
Well,
try
here, what
using
we're going to show you, first of all,
Okay.
it does not require a lot of pressure.
I don't have to push
And
the beads through my head.
You don't want to push them through your head.
Okay.
And you're just going to rotate forward
Do that again. That feels good.
40 times.
You have to come over every 2 hours to do
Yeah,
it for me.
I'll rub your beads
So why
for
don't you try it? Put
But-
your fingers on the beads,
Okay.
press gently towards your head,
Okay.
and rotate in
rotate
small forward
forward.
circles.
There you go.
I don't feel anything.
Terrific. We'll stop because you're not going to use them until tomorrow.
Okay. So tonight I'm not going to use them. I'm going to eat all I can possibly hold tonight. Sorry.
Exactly.
And then tomorrow morning,
She's
I'm
starting
going
the
to get up
program.
rubbing my beads. Okay. And now when I rub the beads, I think you said every odd hour.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. And I'll do that. I'll rub them every odd, and they feel
And you're going to make 40 circles, always in the forward direction.
always in the forward direction.
Always
40
both
circles.
hands, always
Okay.
forward, always 40.
Okay. Now, if I do this and I still feel hungry, do I do it again?
You can never do too many. You can only do too few.
Oh, okay. So,
So, if you're
if I
feeling
wanted
it-
to do it every hour, can I do it every hour?
Yes.
Because I'm going to rub these every like 5 minutes. Okay? I'm hungry. My beads. You know. Oh, and I also want to ask you, what about Dr. Swartz? Somebody that's a diabetic. Is this diet good for them?
We've treated over 5,700 type 2 diabetics. Every single one has been clinically cured of their diabetes.
Wow. So after this diet, they don't need the insulin anymore?
Not every one of the type 2 diabetics are insulin dependent, but
Okay.
yes, that's correct. Clinically cured means they still have diabetes, but they can live basically as a normal person as long as they don't go back to their old habits.
Okay, so with an illness like that, if they do the diet, it actually helps them. But once they add, they can still add the other foods.
They will go back to a normal way of life, not their old way of life. Remember, people who have diabetes become insulin resistant.
Okay.
This program breaks down the insulin resistance. They go off their medication. They eat what they want to eat, but they eat in a more sensible way.
Okay. And as you can see, that is my main concern, adding the food back in, you know, because like I said, I know I'm going to want to eat my hot wings, you know, come on, you know, things like that. So I'm going to lay off hot wings for a whole month, which is hard for me. And then after that, I can gradually bring them back in.
My mentor, Dr. Joseph Chu, used to say, Dr. Schwartz, any program that cannot accommodate reality is doomed to failure.
Exactly.
This program accommodates reality.
Okay. But does it accommodate my reality?
It has to accommodate yours, because the truth is, if I tell you what to do, you'll do it for 2 weeks. And then you'll get up one morning and say, Dr. Schwartz, bye-bye. Okay. So yes, it's going to be a Salima when we're done.
Okay, so you heard that. Now, honestly, I'm on the spot now, because now you guys know how much I weigh, 253.2. And so when I come back in a month, I will have to have lost at least 15 pounds, maybe more, because I know some people have lost 15 pounds in 1 week. So I may try for that. Who knows? But I am going to try, and Dr. Schwartz said that if I try for a week, I'll get used to it, and I want to continue it. So I'm really going to, I haven't done my shopping yet. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow and buy my yogurts and my milk and all that good stuff. Oh, and also, Dr. Steve, there's a supplement that you can have, like you have the syrups and things like that. Tell them about that.
There are a few syrups and things that we use in the office that are allowed on the program because there's 0 calories. One is Da Vinci syrups, and the other is the Walden Farms products.
Okay, and tell them about your office, Dr. Steve. You're located in Wilmington?
I am in North Wilmington on Silverside Road. It's 3406 Silverside Road in Wilmington, and the phone number is 302-384-8540.
Okay, and Barbie, you have other offices?
We do in the Philadelphia area. We do have an office in Cherry Hill, which is on North Kings Highway. And we currently have 11 office locations, all located currently on the East Coast, as well as a long-distance program where you can do it via mail if you're unable to get to an office. And all of our office locations can be found at www.accuweight.com.
Hello, and welcome to this amazing edition of Salima Speaks. And no, you do not have to adjust your set, because I have actually lost weight. I am on the Accu weight loss diet. I hate to call it a diet because it's actually a way of life. It's also called the Bead diet. And these are the guys responsible. This is the handsome Dr. Schwartz, the sexy Dr. Steve, and the lovely Barbara, Dr. Schwartz's daughter. Hi, guys.
Hello.
And thank you. Thank you. You know, when I met Dr. Schwartz, he was telling me that I was a food addict, and I wanted to curse him out because, no, I'm not an addict. I like to eat. But that's like an alcoholic saying, I'm not a drunk, I just like to drink. But I was a food addict. And when I first heard about the weight loss thing from Dr. Steve, he was telling me that it works, but he was telling me what you could not eat. You can't eat a lot of stuff. The way the diet works is you have these beads behind your ears, and they're going to explain it more, but I'm just going to explain in layman's terms. And you actually rub the beads, and it stops you from being hungry. The thing is, you can only eat between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. 2 days, you eat 10 ounces of milk, 10 ounces of yogurt. The following 2 days, 10 ounces of fruit, 10 ounces of vegetables. Now, because I was an addict, I didn't think I could do that. And these guys told me that I could. And my production staff did too, because I told you guys I would lose it, and now I have. And thank you guys again. And you were actually on the diet.
I was. I'm actually maintaining. October will be 9 years. So it's about 8.5 years that I'm maintaining.
And that's what scares me. Once I take the beets off, and once I start eating again, am I going to keep it off?
Absolutely. Because when you come off the program, we have a period of time we call transition, where we reintroduce the food back into your diet that has been away from your diet for a short period of time. But we're going to teach you how to eat it differently. We don't tell you what to eat. You get to design your maintenance program. We just tell you how. Okay.
And, you know, I honestly, if I can do this, anybody can do it. You know, the other day I was weighing the food. I had 10 ounces of fruits, 10 ounces of vegetables, and it looked like a lot of food to me. You know, doing this now, for the first time in my life, I have a different relationship with food. For the first time in my life, I have control over food. And I will tell you a little bit, like the first week, I lost 11.3 pounds. And I was happy. I lost weight and everything. And then I went crazy because the holiday came up and I ate. And I gained 4 pounds.
4.8.
But still within 2 weeks, I had lost 8 pounds and had maintained the 8 pounds. And then I think I lost last week, I think, 11 more pounds. So I'm saying that to say this, that the diet works. It definitely works. And for the first time in my life, I know that I can control my food cravings. And I want to talk to you a little bit, sweetheart, Dr. Swartz. Thank you so much. You know, when you told me that you were saying that, you know, I was positive about everything else except for my eating habit. And I told you, no, I just like food. And you're wrong because I just eat because I like food. And you said that I should have a different outlook on it. I should feel positive and stop saying, I can't do this because it's so hard, and start thinking positively about it. And that's what I did, and I want to thank you.
It was my pleasure because you were not easy.
I know. And if I could do it, and I want to tell people that honestly, if I can do it, anyone can do it. It's been incredible. It has been incredible. And even though, like I said, I did have my cheat days, you know, where I did cheat, I didn't go overboard. I'm not gonna lie, one time I did get a hoagie, but I couldn't eat the whole hoagie. I was mad at you guys. I was like, I can't eat the whole hoagie. I threw half of it away. But you know what I did? I'm going to be honest. You told me I couldn't have the Atkins bars, and I had already bought some. So what I did, I chewed, but I didn't swallow. That's a joke this song, but anyway. So because they had nuts in them, and you were saying that I shouldn't have the nuts. So I did chew them, but I spit them out. So did that count? I mean, I didn't actually swallow them, okay? And I want to know this because I still have a box of Atkins bars at home. I'm so serious. I'm not throwing them away. So if I chew them, and I know it's not healthy, but is it acceptable?
I think the answer to that is a partial yes. If you're doing it on a conscious level, deliberately, that's one thing. But many people, unfortunately, eat, swallow, and then they go someplace secret and up comes the food.
Okay.
You did it in a very conscious, you tasted it, you enjoyed it, and the fact that you discreetly got rid of it, even though you said you spit it out, I don't think you actually spit it out. There were no calories. It gave you a sense of accomplishment. You felt good about it. But the most important thing is you stayed in control.
And that's what helps me. You know, one time I was going to cheat, honestly. I don't cheat all the time. I had some crackers that was left over from a binge, and I started to eat one, and I looked in the mirror, and I put it down. I was like, that's me. That's actually me. For the first time in a long time, I can go in the store and not get a plus-size outfit. I actually bought something from the regular side the other day, and I could actually wear it. This, as a matter of fact, from the regular side, not the plus side. Now, one thing I was talking to Barbara about, sometimes when I weigh myself, sometimes I go on the diet for 7 days, and I get on the scale, and I've only lost a pound. Why?
The biggest thing is to lose inches. What difference does it make if you're 350 pounds and you're a size 8?
But that couldn't happen.
It can happen because on this program, if you're focused, you will lose proportionally more inches than you will lose pounds. So the final goal weight will actually be higher than what you think it will be, because fat is the least dense of all body tissues. So if you lose only fat, you lose more inches than you lose pounds.
Wow. Okay, and Dr. Steve, you're also a chiropractor, and I talked to you about that before, because we had that joke with like 2.5 minutes, where like Alan's like not really a doctor. So are you like really a doctor?
Yeah, I think I'm really a doctor. Okay. There was plenty of schooling, so I'm really a doctor.
And I haven't tried your hands and stuff yet. I'm going to have to, I mean, get your mind out of the gutter. You're going to have to give me a professional treatment on my back and stuff
We'll
like
give you
that.
a chiropractic evaluation.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay, with a blindfold on. But now, so when you first weighed me, and I was bold enough, I was 200.
253.
253.
And I think 253.3.
Okay, and we did weigh the other day, and we did weigh today. What was it today?
230. Oh, geez. Well, you lost 19.6 pounds. So it was actually 234? 253, 234.
Okay. And is that good, do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, it's 19.6 pounds in 30 days.
And had I not cheated, I know it would have been
might
more.
have, yeah.
So honestly, today, because I have another chef on, he did cook all this delicious food, and I have to be fair to him. I must eat the food, so I'm going to eat the food. But tomorrow, you know what I like about this diet, honestly, tomorrow I'll start back, and I know by next Friday I have lost at least 5 more pounds. Okay. And that makes me happy.
Salima, on any journey that people take, they stop at the rest stop, they take a detour, but if you're focused on getting to the end of the journey, then it really makes no difference that it takes a little bit longer, as long as we get there.
And like I said again, this is the first time in my life that I've had, try not to get emotional, that I've had control over food. And I honestly didn't know that I could do it. You know, when I talked to you the first time you were telling me about it, my daughter's on it, very successful, and she was telling you, my mother's not going to do it. So then you told me, so now you know you have to do it.
That's right.
And
Prove
that
her
helped
wrong.
me, exactly, that helped me a lot. And also, you know, when I did come to your office, I knew I gained the weight. I thought I gained more than that, honestly. I thought I gained about 10 pounds. I really did.
When you went off the program.
When I went off the program, I only gained 4 at that.
4.8.
And you were good to me. You know, you didn't like down me and say, you can't do it. I knew you were going to tell you that bitch, you know. But, you know, you were good to me.
Yeah.
And you
I would never say that.
You know, and you said, you know, it's okay. You know, it's okay.
Get back on
you
the
know,
program.
Get back on the program. And that's what I needed to hear. I needed to hear this. It's okay that you're not perfect. It's okay that you messed up. It's okay that you ate half a hoagie. Just don't do it again.
Get back on the program.
Get back on the program.
Get back on the program.
And that made me feel good and made me want to do it more. And then listening to you and thinking about you and how proud you are of me. And you know, we all like for people to be proud of us. We're human beings. You know, we like that. And you saying that you were proud of me and you know I could do it, that meant so much, you know, honest. And then you being there for me. You know, I almost had an attack the other day with the pizza. And I called you, and you talked me down.
I talked you off the ledge.
You talked me down, and that's so cool because when you talk about food, like if I was an addict, I would have my big brother, whatever they call the people. But now on something like this, you wouldn't think that I would need that, but I called you, and you told me that I could, and you talked me down, and you told me why I shouldn't have the pizza. And then you told me that there's other things that you can have that's like the pizza that's legal on this. And that meant so much. And we also talked to Chef Stephanie. She's going to be making the meals, and the meals are unbelievable. And we're going to have a whole show with Stephanie making those meals on here. And I tasted them, oh my God. You know, because I was getting a little bit bored, you know, and I wanted something else. And I tasted her food. It's unbelievable that is actually legal. I mean, we had like guacamole, we had plantain chips, and it was like unbelievable I could actually have that and still stay on this diet. And it's almost unfair to call this a diet because it's a way of life. It's a life-changing thing for me. Also, I wanted to mention the cost because everybody's worried about the cost. And the cost, Dr. Steve?
Each visit is $50.
Okay.
The initial visit, though, there's a $25 administrative fee.
Okay. So the initial visit will be $75.
$75.
And then each time you change the beads.
Every 7 to 9 days, the beads need to be changed.
Okay, 7 to 9 days. I've been doing 9 days, okay? If I can do 9 days, everybody could do 9 days, honestly. You know, because people do worry about that. And we do have the supplements. Now, the supplements, they're like syrups that are no calorie, no sugar.
Correct.
Okay, and I was losing maybe using 3 to 4 bottles a week, which is $15 to $20. Now I want to ask you this now, because we do have people that, you know, have government assistance, and not only people in the hood. I see people with your Mercedes and Lexus going to the store with your access cards. And let's not, you know, let's be for real. Y'all be doing it too. You be trying to hide how look. You got an access card. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, can you buy this in the store?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so any like regular supermarket?
Pretty much
because
anywhere.
They help, especially in the beginning. When I have in my mind, I want to taste chocolate, I drink the syrup from the bottle, okay? Because I need to taste. I need to taste chocolate, you know. And when I do that, it does help that taste for the chocolate. So I think that exactly. So I think that is important to have the syrups. So I figured, all right, let's say $320. Okay, let's say that, because the thing is, the supplements, like say $15 a week, $60 a month, but you're not eating. I mean, you're saving money on food, on groceries.
Your basic grocery bill on a personal basis will drop to about $25 a week.
Right, exactly, because you're just eating fruits and vegetables.
Vegetables, and milk or yogurt.
Exactly. And, you know, if you can eat that and the supplements. But my thing is this, honestly. Say $350, say $400. Say, I don't care what it costs. If you go on this thing, you told me a week and then a month. If you go on this for a month, I guarantee you will stay on it, because you will love the way you feel, you will love the way you look, you will have energy. And like you were telling me, this is not for life. And you told me that, both of you guys, this is not for life. You can't stay on this for life. 3, 4, 5 months, and then you've changed your life. My life has changed. My life has changed. I no longer look at food the way I did. I never thought I would be able to say that. And I need to thank you guys, honestly. And people really need to understand that, because we were talking about, like with us, with African Americans, food is everything for us, because a lot of times, you know, we're depressed about life, about racism, about a lot of different things, and food comforts us, you know. And you were telling me that, and I told you that no, I did not use food to comfort me. I used it because I like it, and I do, and I still do like food, but I now have a control over what goes in my mouth, especially I'm not dating, but that's another story. But I like myself better. I like myself better.
While we were on the topic of cost, we would like to offer your viewership, if they come to the office and mention your show, we'll waive the $25 registration fee.
Are you serious, guys? Wow, that's big.
So mention Salima's name
and
you
save
get your
$25
off.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you
yes,
so much.
of course.
That means a lot. And I was on the bus. I had the whole bus listening to me the other day. I was going to a celebration at Dundee, and it was a whole bunch of young women that were fat, and they didn't like themselves. Because a lot of times you'll hear women say, well, I like who I am. And maybe they do, but they would like themselves much better if they weren't as heavy.
Well,
you know?
it's also a health factor. You can feel good about yourself in the current body, but if you don't have health, eventually that happiness is going to degrade.
Exactly. And Dr. Schwartz, real quick, what made you do this? What made you want to get into this way of life?
In a very short period of time that I know you're going to give me, I have to tell you, it was God coming into my life.
Wow.
I had been a psychologist for most of my adult life, and I had gotten to the point where I really didn't want to do psychotherapy anymore. When God sent this incredible, brilliant Chinese-American physician into my life, who took me to the medical school where he was a professor, he trained me, and here I am.
Wow. What made you like this way of life right away?
Well, I was almost 300 pounds.
Really?
And I won't use Dr. Chu's words. He said, Dr. Schwartz, you can't be an overweight doctor. He just used some other words.
Okay.
And in 3 months, I lost 84 pounds.
Wow.
And I've kept off those 84 pounds now. February was 16 years.
Well, and see, that's the thing that I like. This actually changes the way you look at food. So also, Dr. Steve is going to come back on next month. And honestly, I'm not planning on cheating, and I know I can do it.
Stay on the program.
I'm going to stay on the program, and I'm going to follow it to the T. And I'm going to promise you and myself 30 pounds. I don't see why I can't lose 30 pounds.
Well, we're going to promise you 15. But you do your best.
Yeah, you know, and you did say that before, but after the first week, I lost like 12 pounds, 11 point whatever pounds.
And that was
so
during your detox, right?
The first week. And you know, when I tell people that I lost weight so fast, the first thing they say, that's not healthy. And when I say neither is being fat, you know?
It is healthy, Salima. You see, fat has only one purpose: energy. Fat does absolutely nothing. So if you only lose fat, and we tell you if you do the program properly, you will exclusively learn fat. We don't harm the body the tiniest little bit. You don't burn muscle, you don't burn organ, you don't leach minerals from the bones, and most of all, it does not affect your metabolism.
And my boobies, I still have them. Lost the fat, I still have my boobies. So guys, thank you guys so much, and we're going to have you guys on again, especially you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for seeing this amazing edition of the new Salima. Salima Speaks. Love yourself, love others, and don't forget to rub your beads. Bye now.